the costumes, a lot of the costumes, let me just say, a lot of the costumes are our own personal property. We buy them ourselves. I don't buy everything at one time. I buy a little bit at a time. That's the reason, that way I still get to eat. And I still need to eat every day. Some of the stuff is made ourselves. Some of us, like for instance, if you look at Brandon's hat was actually a flat blank. In other words, it was a flat hat, and he turned it up himself. So we adjust to what we need. What else?
Thunder over Carolina.
I'm getting her. I'm getting her. Shannon Hatley was the costumer for this, and she was the costumer a lot on a lot of Thunder of Carolina Incorporated projects. And she does magnificent work. And just, I can't say more good things about her. I wish she was here so she could hear all this.
She's amazing.
But she is amazing. She can take suit jackets and turn them into things that look like uniforms and can pass, especially on stage, you know, when you're a distance from stage. But she does great work, and her whole family is talented, and they all have great, well, except I don't think Andrew can sew.
I can.
Oh, can you? Okay, well, I'm sorry. She taught all of them how to sew. But she's willing to share that information with people. You want to learn how to sew, get with Shannon as she's having to do it for a show. You want to learn how to sew? Yeah, she'll put you to work. She's no
There's
problem.
always work to do.
She works too hard for me, okay? No. What you got?
What was your favorite deleted scene or ending?
There was no deleted ending, mister. Okay. There was one thing I guess let leak, is that there's a character an actor down at the end who has a part at the very end. Brian, you raise your hand, Brian. He has a part at the end of the film where he gets killed, and we see it, and I cut that. Yeah. He
Really released a lot of pressure.
He did. On set, he yelled out his...
He sent me a text this morning and told me I don't get killed.
I really did. I said, sorry man, if you don't see it on screen, don't be shocked. So he had, at the very ending scene, when the loyalists come and they have him trapped there, his character lets out this sort of war cry. So that's what it was. You finally hear him speak, and he runs, he charges at the loyalists, and he's shot by the loyalists that they had captured. I cut that for several reasons, creative and practical reasons. Creatively, I cut it because it took away from the dynamic between our main character and the loyalist who's up there, has him trapped. It took the dynamic away and took the attention to his character. He did a great job. But I had to focus on the story and the characters, and that would have been an aside that might have jumped out and looked weird. So I had to stick with what was. I had to stick with the relationship between those two characters. Yeah.
But it was a glorious death.
What they don't tell you,
What
they don't tell you is that Brian had a rig on his back, okay, and it was full of blood. Which the blood we use is what? Chocolate syrup.
Chocolate syrup, foundation, right?
There you go. He got this all over his back. Back. Okay. Let's straighten it. Because we shot it twice.
Made me feel uncomfortable.
But here's what the man did. The man went up there and he cleaned himself up as best he could, and looked at some of the folks who were extras who were sitting around the food table, and went, I couldn't make it. It was funny, come on. And then he came down and helped us back up, helped us strike the set, and then he went home and cut his grass. So, you know, you tell me who's the trooper around here.
I saw 3 villains. Who do you say was the villain?
I don't really want to answer that question. It's really
Aaron.
Okay.
Aaron.
the king.
Aaron.
Yeah. They want to say it was my character. That's what they want to say.
And Michael can't live with that.
I'm going to deny that. Yeah. That's what they want to say. They want to say he ratted
He went and
around.
sold us out.
No, that's not true.
He went and sold us out.
Don't accept that.
He went and sold us out.
Hey, I wrote the story. I know what's
He went and
up.
sold us out.
He did not do that. It's fun to talk about and speculate, but it's hard to say who the real villain of the story is because I think like William's character or Cam's character William, you want to say he's the bad guy, but then you got to think about the circumstances that the leader of the group puts them in, the situation he puts them in by keeping the loyalist, and he's having this moment of I guess he's being, I don't know what you call it, morally conscious or something like that, and he wants to not kill the guy. He's wrestling with that, but it's putting everyone's life at risk. So you got to wonder: is he the bad guy, or is Emery, the leader, the bad guy, or none of them the bad guy? They're just doing what they think is right,
Or the loyalist.
or the loyalist.
Hunter was bad.
Hunter was good.
Yeah,
That's
He-
not
he was-
good.
he
That
was-
smirk that Hunter did at
Right.
the very end.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah, you can call him the bad guy too, but they also, you gotta think about what they did to him. So, is he the bad guy? It's really up to interpretation. That's my hope, is that you just kind of come up with the idea yourself. I don't want to paint someone as the bad and someone as the good, at least for this. Another one, oh gosh. We've been getting hammered with that.
I wanted to ask you guys, do you have anything you want to say to the cast? Jim, Joe? Nothing? They don't want to talk to us. They don't want to talk to us. They talked to us enough when we were down there.
Enjoyed watching both about this lot.
You like that?
Participate the way we did. Oh,
Next time, you're in it. You're shooting.
we're ready to shoot.
That's it, they're ready to shoot. He'll shoot from a wheelchair.
Black powder.
Guys, once again, thank you for being here. We appreciate it greatly. If you, again, I believe they still have the DVDs downstairs.